Just months ago, one of the most trusted names in the DJI leak scene, a leaker known as Igor, posted a short video showing a drone prototype being tested in the field. The drone had propeller guards similar to what you'd see on the Avatar 2 and the Neo series, and it appeared to have a single camera setup. That video immediately sent the community into full speculation mode. Was it the Avatar 3? Was it the Neo 3? Nobody could say for sure, but a large chunk of sources lean toward this being an early Avatar 360 prototype rather than the Neo 3. Still, the Neo 3 theory hasn't been ruled out, and the design clues line up with what a next-gen Neo could look like. What makes this leak particularly interesting is the timing. DJI had literally just launched the Avatar 360 when this footage surfaced, which means the company was already deep in testing its next product before the current one even shipped globally. That kind of overlap in the development cycle strongly suggests the Neo 3, or whatever this mysterious drone turns out to be, isn't too far behind. And today's video is sponsored by no one. If you want to book this spot, just mail us. Based on patterns from previous Neo releases and chatter from reliable sources, a June 2026 announcement window has been floated online, and it's gaining traction. Now, DJI typically upgrades its Neo lineup roughly every 12 to 14 months, and since the Neo 2 landed in October 2025, a mid-2026 reveal wouldn't be out of the ordinary at all. In fact, it would fit perfectly within DJI's historical cadence. In terms of what the Neo 3 might actually bring to the table, the upgrades people are expecting are logical ones based on where the Neo 2 left off. The Neo 2 weighs just 151 grams and shoots in 4K, impressive for something that small. But the camera sensor is on the smaller side, and flight time maxes out at around 18 minutes, which feels short once you're out in the field trying to get content. A bigger or improved sensor is high on the wish list, and so is a bump in flight time to somewhere in the 22 to 25-minute range. Better low-light performance would also be a natural step forward, especially as other drones in DJI's lineup have been pushing their night shooting capabilities harder. On the transmission side, the Neo 2 uses DJI's O3 system. The Neo 3 could very well step up to O4, which would mean better range, more stable signal in crowded environments, and a cleaner live feed when you're flying with a controller or goggles. There's also talk of improved AI subject tracking, which has already been excellent on the Neo 2, but users want it to handle faster movement and more complex environments without losing lock. The Neo 2 was already a significant upgrade over the original. It came in at 151 grams, 7 grams lighter than the first Neo despite adding new sensors. It got a small status display next to the camera that shows battery level, flight mode, and connection info at a glance, which was a much appreciated quality of life improvement over the LED setup on the original. The button layout was also reworked, making everyday operation feel more intuitive. The Neo 3 is expected to carry all of that forward and push further. The biggest area of improvement is likely going to be the camera. A jump from the current 12-megapixel sensor to something larger, potentially with support for 10-bit color profiles like D-Log-M, would be a game-changer for the Neo's target audience. Creators who shoot social content and want better footage in tricky lighting without having to carry a bigger drone. The Neo 2 can shoot 4K at 60 FPS, and some insiders believe the Neo 3 could push that envelope with slow-motion options or improved HDR video. Better stabilization is also expected, building on what's already a very capable electronic stabilization system in the Neo 2. Another area people are watching is compatibility with DJI's accessory ecosystem. The Neo 2 already works with DJI goggles for a first-person view experience, and that feature is expected to carry over into the Neo 3 with potentially improved latency or a wider FPV field of view. Palm takeoff, gesture control, and smartphone-only flying, all the hallmarks of the Neo experience, are expected to stay intact and possibly get smarter with the next generation. This is where things get interesting, because DJI launched a brand new drone line in April 2026 called the Leto series, and on the surface, some people are confused about how it relates to the Neo. Let's clear that up because these are fundamentally different drones built for different situations. The Leto X1 is a foldable open propeller drone that launched at around $379. It packs a 1.3-inch camera sensor with 10-bit D-Log-M, 4K 60 FPS HDR video, up to 14 stops of dynamic range, 42 GB of internal storage, forward-facing LiDAR, omnidirectional obstacle sensing, and a flight time of up to 36 minutes, and up to 52 minutes with the larger battery option. On paper, it sounds like it destroys the Neo 2. But that comparison misses the point entirely. The Neo line, and by extension the upcoming Neo 3, is built around a completely different philosophy. The Neo has integrated propeller guards permanently attached to the frame, which means you can fly it indoors, around people, in tight spaces, and even hand it off to someone with zero drone experience. The Leto X1 has open propellers and is strictly an outdoor drone. If you let it loose inside your studio or a busy cafe, you're asking for trouble. The Neo doesn't have that problem. Beyond safety, the Neo's control flexibility is something the Leto X1 simply doesn't offer. You can fly the Neo 2 straight from your palm, using just gestures, or through your phone without any controller at all. The Leto X1 needs a proper RC controller to operate. For run-and-gun solo creators who want to pull a drone out of their pocket, hit a button, and start filming themselves in seconds, the Neo experience is unmatched. The Leto X1 is more of a deliberate, planned shoot type of drone. The weight difference also matters in many countries. The Neo 2 sits at 151 grams, which keeps it under just about every regulatory radar globally. The Leto X1, while still sub 250 grams, sits higher in that range, and depending on where you're flying, the rules can differ. For content creators traveling internationally, the ultralight Neo is often the easier choice to carry and fly without paperwork. So it's not that one is better than the other, it's that they serve genuinely different needs. The Neo 3 is expected to own the pocket-sized, indoor-capable solo creator space. The Leto X1 is for people who want the best possible image quality and flight time in a budget-friendly outdoor package. If the June 2026 announcement window holds, we could be just weeks away from an official reveal. DJI's release pattern typically involves a quiet FCC filing, followed by leaks from Igor or Jasper Ellens at Drone XL, and then an official teaser a week or two before launch. None of those final steps have happened yet at the time of writing, but the community is watching closely.